Sigma's a gunner. She would raise you if you knew her. Can't know that I fuck with her, cause they'd say that I'm a beta. If she ever
Hello Leela, you are a few seconds late. I was here just on time. If your internet's that slow, that's on you.
You heard them saying she was the one who taught me to go. She said, I'll teach you how to wet shoe. We were in Ohio when I first met you. She said, Beta, I'm proud of you. I'm a full Sigma, and she knows it. You can be Sigma too.
Oh, next's the boss fight with the big raven. Alright. Does this take me to church? Yeah. Let me just make sure I'm on the correct YouTube stream. There we go. Hello Z64. Hello Mama Goose. Hello Nick Williams. Okay, what OST do we listen to today? Any wishes? Is dying. Oh, we're back. Update stream title. I don't know how. I'm already streaming. It's too late. I'm already Tracer. Hello, Selton. Cartaker? Who's that? Never heard of this Cartaker. I'm currently scripting my next video about optimizations in Mario 64 that actually make the game worse. I think that's gonna be a good video. Hello, excellent gamer. Hello, Ether Egg. Hello, Kitsune. That was a 6-speed kick and it didn't work. I think we have a few issues with poopy camera in here. Actually, it's not that bad here. Well, okay, the camera definitely can't clip through the wall there. That's gonna ruin the whole thing. Then here we have glass walls. You love this level so far? I think this level is gonna be pretty good. A lot of people seemed surprised that the level actually looks good now. Apparently everyone thought that the level was gonna be complete ass. And I don't know why you don't have confidence in me by now. Surely you know that the levels always look like shit at the beginning and then look better at the end. Kinda not platformy enough? This is so platformy, what are you on about? Hello CMM, thank you. You should have an analog option. What do you mean analog option? You want to be able to turn off analog controls? Analog camera. Okay, well, how am I supposed to add analog camera to this? Considering we only have one analog stick. There's a little bit of an issue here on the feasibility side. Oh, we could make it so that Mario controls with the D-pad and the camera controls with the stick. Do you want that? I mean, you can just control the camera slowly if you want. Is that not good enough for you? When RTYI full remake? When it's done? I'm on course 13 right now. You're just gonna have to wait until it's done. I can't release it before it's finished, unfortunately. Because then I would release an unfinished product. The thing that everybody hates EA for. You guys want me to do that? When did you search the health bar again? I didn't. No, but use the C buttons so when you hold them they just move around smoothly rather than just snapping into position. Why don't you just use the D-pad for that? The C buttons are the most accessible ones, they need to move still fast. Like, this is a necessity. But you can use the D-pad to move slowly if you want. That's the functionality I added. See? Oh yeah, the squash and stretch, I like it a lot too. The mid-air spin animation? Oh yeah, it's very nice. We need an OST before I start. We're making the area for Raphael the Raven today, so maybe some night music. Zelda night music. I do, Leela. When the ceramic comes out, I'm checking what my D-pad bindings are on my Project Emulator. Yeah, you'd better. What did you guys think of the area I showcased today? Did you guys think it looks better than normal? Because the comments on it seemed extremely positive, and I thought, okay, well, this just looks kind of average, but like it already looks decent before my OX rework, so maybe it's a little better than what I usually show, but it's not better than what I normally show on my channel. But the comments made me think, like, this is the holy grail of graphics, and now people love everything I do. Which, I don't think it was that good. Yeah, that's what I think too, excellent gamer. Hello, Tiberius. How does the music stuff work? Is it for 64 stuff, proper MIDI, or are we on to stuff like MP3s? About 80 to 90% of the OST is done via a MIDI-like format called M64, which we use X64 for. And the other 20% is streamed music, which we use some fucked up format for, but it's very big, so we can't use it too much. So, random question: have you ever accidentally had fog and geomod off while using fog preset blender and only catched it after export? Yes, but you know what I have even more commonly? I have it on in Blender and then not in game because of a FAST64 bug. It happens very rarely. Yeah, there's a FAST64 bug that makes geomode's fog always on, even though it shouldn't be. That happens when you use material bleeding, unfortunately. That's why my Course 12 looks so bugged on N64. Compared to what we've seen in the live stream. Okay, well, if you look at the proof of concept, like the platforming only part in my live streams, and that's what you base your judgment on, of course it's gonna be very, very different and much better. That's a terrible base to use for your estimate of how good my thing is gonna be. Oh, does this happen? Is this a default issue? No, it happens with material bleeding, and I don't know why. I don't think it's a defaults issue. No, Leela, it's mid in this playlist where it doesn't reset properly to the no fog. Even though it explicitly is checked to be not fogged. We can change in the span of a week is amazing. True, true, true. Yes, it is in the world defaults. Leela. Why? Okay. Listen, Leela. There's one display list, one huge display list, and there's first a material with fog, and then there's a material without fog in the same display list, and in this display list, it doesn't turn the fog off. Even if you do not have fog checked here, it doesn't turn it off. There's no return to world default going on here. This has nothing to do with me. How big does this one make set to be? Like longer than XXR or smaller than Odyssey? Or what's going on? Star counts and all? Okay, well, comparing star counts 1-to-1 with like the moons in Odyssey, of course, is kind of like an unfair comparison. If you look at moons in Odyssey, they are more like blue coins in Mario Sunshine a lot of the time, right? So I don't think you should be doing that. If you look at the Yoshi coins, there's 5 per level, right, and 50 levels. They're more like moons in Odyssey, so there would be 75 of those. And then stars itself are usually like 2 or 3 times the size. There's gonna be like, I think, 180 stars on top of that. So I guess content-wise, it's probably gonna be pretty comparable to, maybe more, I don't know, hard to say. It really depends on how you count. I think one huge difference is going to be like, okay, in Odyssey you have very minor content. It's all like, here's a thing, go run around on it, here's some random objectives. The fun is to control Mario itself. Whereas in this, it's like the objective itself, like exploring what the objective is part of the fun. So you can't really compare it 1-to-1. Of course, making objectives like that is gonna be a much larger amount of content. It's just that you play the content less. Hello, Zelda. Yeah, this also has a full custom OST. Right now we have, I think, 98 songs in the game. Let me check. Yeah, 98 songs. Compare that to like Mario Odyssey. How many songs are in Mario Odyssey? 82 songs. So song-wise, we're already more than that. Leela is looking peachy. I fixed the painting system on R64. I don't think there's anything that wrong with the painting system. I don't know, Leela, but Zelda's asking. Is it looking peachy or not? What's your current peachiness status? Is this getting dead? What? No, I'm just leaning back. Look, you look at me from the side, not that bad at all. I still have visible abs. It's difficult to look good as a man when you're sitting down. Yeah, you hear that, Leela? Idiot. Is the brush textures are not blurry on the N64 like the PS1? Sure, you can just turn off the texture filtering. It's gonna look terrible, but you can do it. Because I've been playing a lot of Romix recently. What's your opinion on Wonder Coin Stars? Personally, I think if they are the same developers, it can get repetitive. Wonder Coin Stars are often added to mods by modders as a way to get more content. They're pure filler. Same actually in the vanilla. They're just there to pad the playtime basically, or inflate the star count most of the time. Of course they can be good, but they usually aren't. It's because she's schizophrenic, Zelda. You're into Romix, but still want to ask you about something. Want to make a Mario fan game, but I'm having second thoughts if I should or not. You should go and... I don't know, I barely know anything about your life. Do you have a lot of disposable free time? What are you doing in your free time right now? Playing League of Legends? If so, you definitely should find literally any hobby, including playing with a rubber band, and it will do more good for your life. This is course 13. I think if you put coins in certain spots, such as leading players on the right path or making them certain challenges, getting winning coins are fulfilling. No, that's actually the opposite. If you put them on paths that lead to stars, you're gonna walk the path, get the star, and now you have to get the coins again. Or you're gonna walk the path to the star, see the star, and be like, well, I don't want to lose my coins, so you go away and get the coins, you know? Both of it is awful. Well, if you're bored, do something productive. That is the best way to get rid of boredom. So in that sense, yes, you should start modding Mario 64. Or make a fan game or whatever. Yeah, Leela looks like me if I was reincarnated as a roach. Never anger the ones with the crypt thoughts. That has there's two wolves inside of me. Energy. You don't want to be around when the nice guy loses his cool. Oh, I don't leave my house to Barrios. Hello, Dana. Okay, the boss fight with Raphael the Raven. How does this fight work? We need to brainstorm this. Bioback had the coolest intro cutscene. Unfortunately, I cannot find it right now. I think it's a decent. I think some kind of checkpoint system is in place. I think that goes counter to what Mario 64 is about. Mario 64 is about freedom and exploration. Being directed that heavily would, I think, ruin a lot of it. Steroids on its own don't really work. Steroids on its own work better than working out. You are talking out of your ass. I want M64 music from into WAV or MP3 or any format else. Record it. Just record it. Nah. Oh, well, okay, well, I've been beaten. The master debater has annihilated my entire strategy. It's over. Nuh-uh. Mirror. Okay, how do we make this boss fight work? So we definitely need the big moon here. Let me just see if I can find the video that Biobeck had sent me here a while ago. Video? Ooh. This is what he was thinking. That's so cool. The second guys have to only lead player and bench because they yeah. Oh, okay, well, if you just do it a little bit, I think it's fine. But then still, like, what's the point of 100 coin stars, you know? Your chat is interesting. Thank you, Kettles. Kettles, what is your insight here? RIP, I have revealed myself and now I am forced to participate. This is the worst. Why did I screw myself over like this? Why can't I enjoy non-existence? Existing, yay! Being noticed, ah. Case, are you okay? Yes. Been rewarded for collecting them? You can do that with like a global coin counter that does something. You don't need that to give a star. Right, you were working around that being kicked out of the level system so much with the 100 coin stars that you might as well just add a different system. You know, this sucks. I want to not be visible. I'm literally so weird looking in case everyone hates me. Have you considered this? Have you considered this? Make already collected coins as runs and replaying the course or change the color or something. So you mean just Banjo-Kazooie notes? Thank you, kiddos. It's been fun so far. Of course, Zena has a lot more work with it than I do. Guess I can't feed the baby. I do not have boobs. Oh, you don't like the notes? I thought the notes were below the all rounds. One week already, just 18 years to go. Well, 2 weeks even. Is it me or did I see brick.png? It is very likely that there's a file called brick.png in my folders. Males can lactate under circumstances. Do I need to take estrogen for it? Why aren't you trying? Do you even love your child? Why aren't you lactating, bro? Why isn't it blue? Bro, I am 2 seconds into making this area. It's not gonna look like anything right now. Sheesh. This is 10, right? It's not 10, is it 15? How is it 15 and 12 word? Actually, yeah, that makes sense. That doesn't make sense. That does make sense. 360 divided by 12 divided by 2. Yes. Let me just check the size of this. Why did it become half man and half woman? Are these real questions? Hello, Sailor Cheryl. You're focusing on the big 3 lifts right now? The big 3 being bench, squat, and deadlift. I had a pretty terrible knee injury recently, so my squat is kinda, I'm being careful with it a little bit. But yeah, I still do all 3 of those. I kinda do it like the big 4, as in I just count weighted pull-ups into it, because like back is really important. And I get that deadlift works back too, but like pull-ups works it so much harder, I think. The track for course 13. I think you might have asked, and I haven't even imported it in the game yet. I really should be doing that. I do overhead press like once a week, but yeah, not as much as pull-ups. Chat, do you want the Ice Castle music imported right now? This seems like a good arena size for Raphael the Raven. We still need to think of an attack pattern though. So we're definitely gonna have the moon in the background there, like very glooming. And when you first reach this area, you will probably just be here, and then Raphael the Raven is probably gonna be like behind here and like slowly come up and hide the moon. I'm not using any programs with Blender, just a Python script called fast64. Hello Lynn Crash, thank you. I will tell my kids that their grandfather used to be Mario, because my dad used to tell me that he used to be Mario before he became who he is right now. And he told me that all the Mario games is just his adventures. So I'm gonna tell my kid that their grandpa used to be Mario. Yeah, we have the music for this already. Let me just find it and import that, actually. I forgot what it sounded like. You don't think he lied? Maybe he was real. Did I show you guys the Oily Boily Bay office and elevator themes? This is Bowser's office. Why do you have Internet Explorer in taskbar? Do you guys want to know what happens if I click on Internet Explorer? And then Bowser's office has an elevator that sounds like this. I love this. Okay, let me find the Ice Tunnel song. That's not the one. That's outside. Oh, this one. Alright. This is Internet Explorer. It's fucking Aris. Oh, F3 is no longer happening. It's already done. Does my Twitch title say something about F3? Oops, let me edit that actually. It's changed. Am I getting returned to your salad? Yes, I am. You think this one isn't as catchy? Yes, this is for the ice stage, Sinai. Okay guys, the reason I have Internet Explorer here is because this is a bash script I run to run RS. And I have a different bash script with this logo. So I needed to pick a logo and I couldn't pick this one again. So I picked Internet Explorer because it's funny. Does this sound minty to you? Yeah, it does. The question is, where does this loop? Did you ever tell me? He never told me. Okay, time to find the loop point. Oh, that comes out of the wrong speaker. This is the same. Is this where the loop is? Ah, this is where the loop is, I'm pretty sure. It's a good way to find this. This feels like the start in like 12 seconds. So I just... I'm no good with music, guys. This looks almost identical, right? Am I insane? Hello, Cat Conker Honker. Wait. There's a boom, boom, boom here, and then where's that here? It's right here. So I'm off by 1 beat, am I not? Should be like this. I think there we go. Shift left if you just reach out. Yes, yes, Leela. Thank you. So I guess it's like right here where it loops. Just gonna loop it from here. Let's see, the ending is at 86.459. We're gonna loop it here at 866. So 0866 to, that's the repeat part. What is that part? That's where it repeats, I think. Imitate Mario's voice, please. Yahoo! Okay, so I don't think I need this anymore. Because now I know 886 minus 866, 85.93. This is 179,226 minus 85993. So 136 and 33 milliseconds. No, 133 and 633 milliseconds. 633. I got 634. So now we have from 0866 to 866 to 93633, and that's the loop. Okay, there should be one loop. I think we did it. I thought I hated animating models the most, but you just remind me that I'm going to have to mix music. Let's also L and Ice Castle R. All right, we got that. Then we go to US, major hack, sound, samples, stream 2. What is this? Okay, we don't need this. We're gonna be replacing that. This is from that time I became friends with the Royal Scatterbug family, by the way. That's why we can just replace it. So because I already imported streamed songs back then, this is like marginally faster now. That should be all good now, and then we just... What's wrong? You just delete one shot instead of mixing the two? Why would you do that? So I have stereo audio? No, I didn't, Lila. What did you do then? I split it into left and right channel, and then I imported both individually. Let's listen to it in game. No? None of the songs in this game are mono, Lila. Mono would sound so ass. Kinda reminds me of Zora's Domain. Oh yeah, Badook's music is great. The creativity he brings to the table is very, very sick. I have no idea what Jet Cross Gemini sounds like. One side of your headphones aren't working, sorry. Are you sure it's not one side of your brain that isn't working? Screw you! I hate your case. Why don't you use Windows 11? Why would I? Do I have a single reason to use Win 11? We need to make the sound loop too. I forgot. For that we take 866 multiplied by 32 and 93633 and multiply it by 32. Unfortunately, I cannot do that in my head. I'm usually a bit sick with numbers, but not this sick. That's 27712 and 2996256. Ah, where's the refresh button? Alright, now it should be looping. Come to main case, it's so good. I'm probably gonna switch to Linux eventually. Windows 10 shuts down next year? What? What is a Manjaro? Sounds like a fruit. Alright, fellas, let's brainstorm Raphael the Raven. Him. We need a whole boss fight for this dude. Linux infighting is gonna destroy Linux. You guys are destroying the cause. You should all just be hating on Bill Gates or something. Steve Apple, you know, those two. Okay, one attack is him flipping the level upside down. Mario falls into the sky and has dodged stars. The frame buffer is cleared with the Abyss effect. I like that. It's a wall walker, that must be a feature. We have ravens that look like Raphael that already walk on walls, so this is, yes, probably gonna happen. I'll be honest, man, losing support from like updates is actually very scary, because there could very well be an exploit in Win 10. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Windows themselves patched in a vulnerability that forces people to switch to Windows 11 after they stop supporting it. It would not be surprising at all. It's not about your data, it's about breaking your system, so you have to buy a new one with Windows 11. What was I looking for? There was something I was looking for. Shit. Oh well. We should be looking at more Raphael the Raven pictures. Maybe that will give us inspiration for what we want to do. So him like blocking the moon in the intro cutscene, that's a given. We 100% want that. And likely you will be on a tower. We probably have an attack where he like shoots down the stars or something. You know how Mario shoots planets at Bowser at the end of Mario Galaxy? I was thinking maybe that. How did Yoshi fly to the moon? Oh, he got bumped and shot to the moon. Yeah, that makes sense. Hate when that happens. Yeah, this also makes sense. I'm surprised how good the moon looks like in rotation. That's crazy. Okay. I don't think we can have the whole fight be on a moon like in this year. Well, we could, but I don't want that. Oh, do I want that? Shit. Do I want the whole fight to be on the moon? Would it really be good to just recycle the exact same boss fight that Yoshi's Island has though? Isn't that kinda lame? Doesn't that feel like a cheap callback? How do you want the fights? It's just like a decent 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, well ours looks a little better than that. It's in 3D, yeah. 3D makes the whole thing here impossible though. It's never gonna work. Ice Moon? Yeah, exactly, Yoshi Party. What the fuck? You know what, that's a Dunboro link. I think that's a porn website. I'd rather not click on that. Is the boss the same in the Yoshi's Island remake? Possibly. In 3D you can have the dark side of the moon and have 2 areas. Yeah. What's he like in Paper Mario? Oh, he's just a fat dude. So this is, by the way, you climb the tower here, right? And then you get there. The tower is here. Just climb these stairs. I'm thinking I should probably shorten these stairs here. Because climbing them up kinda sucks. Well, that's also a little atmospheric. 50-50 on it. Him flipping the level upside down and then you fall into the sky where you have to dodge stars is very cool. I imagine it like the infinite happy hole, where it's like the camera's just gonna turn 180 degrees and Mario's gonna turn with it, and then you're just gonna fall and you're gonna have to dodge stars by like moving in the air, which would look really cool. That could absolutely be a nest here. Like, I'm gonna note that down as a possibility. There could be a nest here with more ravens. Definitely. Let's work to have a flat surface floating in air where he is walking on the opposite side and you can hurt him by flipping some traps. You'd have to basically make it see-through though, otherwise how are you gonna know where he is? He could have an attack where he's like on this platform and he runs at you and then he like runs along the wall and then comes from like a different direction. So like he does a figure 8 here. Yeah, but the moon fight doesn't work in 3D Sleek because you don't see the other side of the moon. Imagine raven babies. Yeah, exactly, exactly. There would be a whole nest here. Although the ravens in the castle are made out of ice, so it would be very different. So I don't know if I want that. So what's gonna be the icy version? Yeah, I'm not sure yet. The ones in the castle are all the icy version. We could definitely make him an icy version of it too, if we think that that fits better. Why is this the courtyard? It is not really. It's a square, thin, icy backdrop, transparent. You and Raphael can switch between up and below, turning it upside down by using ground pound. Yeah, I see what you mean. I think that could work gameplay-wise. Just not sure if that's the scene I want. Because the scene with the moon initially is just so cool. And I kind of want him to be like on the castle still. Yeah, but I just want this to be like a cool set piece basically, and then have like gameplay that's still fun and like innovative, hopefully. But it being a cool set piece is my #1 priority for bosses always. A fence and he hops from pole to pole and pecks at Mario. That doesn't really feel like Raphael the Raven to me. Let's see if we can find more related to Raphael the Raven. Maybe people have made videos about him. He has a song? Yo, thank you for the 1,500 bits, Saburai. That's very nice of you. Hollow icy moon with walking inside and outside. See, oh, a hollow moon. The render order here would be a bit of an issue, but it's possible to do. Big cute-chan. Wait, he is in the ice world in Yoshi's Island? I did not know that. That's a very good coincidence. Don't worry, you don't have to donate at all. It's already very generous that you donated at all. Yeah, I like him being made entirely out of ice. If we have an icy moon, what we could also do, if you use the ice variant of Raphael the Raven, we could make him just form out of the ice and then do something. You know how he shoots the stars at you on Yoshi's Island? He just like form somewhere and then jump to shoot the stars at you, and then you have to dodge the stars somehow. Then we just need to invent a way to damage him. Yeah, it's the Yoshi's Island Raven. This guy. I kinda like using the ice variant of him. It looks a little more cursed and fitting here, honestly, because we already used the ice ravens inside. I would have to program the moon rotating properly in 3D for this. Or would basically be planetary gravity, just like a very light version of it. That would be a very cool visual though. So he forms, he shoots stars at you. I guess he also has one attack where you just fall into space. Maybe he does that every time you hit him, and then you need 3 hits to beat him. How do you hit him? Hello, Don Coyote. YouTube chat wasn't active enough. Der im Buch. Werte Kase, wäret ihr so gütig, mit mir auf ein entspannendes, bezauberndes und äußerst frohlockendes Currywurst-Date zu gehen? I don't think that's very good, Riz. I also think you spelled this all wrong. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 10, I'm sorry. Posture check. And hydration. Fuck. Gives you the egg. Oh, I'm getting so icky. Nope, I don't have an estimate for the game coming out. I'll just finish the game at my pace and then it's gonna come out. Cases said your Uwu voice. I do not have an Uwu voice. He's in Tetris Attack. Wait. What's he doing here? Why is it all just LST, dude? There we go. Is he just standing there? He gets angry? Is that all he does? If you use the flipping mechanic of the moon idea, you could make him moving entirely on the outside of it while you walk the inside using ground pound. He also used him to do holes into them. Him walking on the outside and you on the inside. That is neat, yes. It's definitely unique. What's he supposed to do in a tennis game? I don't know. I think I like the idea of you both being on the outside more though. I just need to think of a good way for you to hit him. Surely it's physically possible for me to run it, I just don't know if it's possible right now to do it. Why do you want to destroy the moon? We're fighting Raphael the Raven. Yeah, okay, my vision for this is, he's here, there's the big ice moon in the background, and you just see the moon at first, but a cutscene appears, and you slowly see the moon darken, and the moon disappears, and then you see his eyes open. Right, so you just see like pure black, and then 2 eyes just pop up. And, actually, does that make any sense? If we use the ice version of Raphael the Raven, that doesn't work. Fuck. Maybe we can't use the ice version of him just because that visual effect would be gone. Maybe we can't use the ice version, and then maybe we don't want an ice moon, we just want the cheese moon. And then you just damage him on the cheese moon somehow. But then we're just copying the fight from Yoshi's Island. And kinda the fight from our galaxy. I think we have to do Black Raphael if we want the cool graphical effect at the beginning, the oh shit moment. Blue lighting from the floor, very easy to do. And I actually agree. Let's just see if we can do that real quick. How is this not already used somewhere? THI, I think. Which ID is this? 13. That should do it. Do you think this will be out? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it would be very much more Galaxy. This is a tough one. No, we want the boss fight here. It needs to be here. There's just so many possibilities, it's hard to pick out the right one. It kinda has to be the moon, because he's Raphael the Raven, you know? Hollow moon. So we'd have like an inside and outside the moon thing. But then how would the fight work? Would there just be holes in the moon that you can like jump into? Would the gravity just flip as soon as you're like under the moon? Oh, but no, programming this is gonna be shit, because I have to... Or actually, we could make it so that the gravity just flips as soon as you're like outside the moon again. That could kind of work, I think. No, I don't want to deal with that. The more I think about it, the worse it's gonna be. The thing is, okay, here's my concern. We need to make sure that the things we add can be done entirely on an actor level. And to do the hollow moon properly, we would need to make a change to how gravity works, like universally, which I don't want. If we only work on the outside, we can just rotate the actor and it's gonna be one-to-one the same as if there was gravity. Right, that's why I don't want to deal with the hollow moon. need to input the gravity stuff. So you just jump in and that'd be like a warp. I don't see how flipping is not necessary. I'm gonna go insane, dude. Inside here is outside. Oh, permanently. No, I definitely want Mario falling into the stars. That's also just gonna be such a cool visual. So should I hate money? No, I've never hated money. Hello, late paid. Hello, Idas. I like the idea that just one face is on the moon and then when you hit them, you just fall into the stars. Mario falls into the stars, not you. Mario has to dodge the stars. Can I this? I don't know. It just looks like gibberish. Someone should ban that guy. Let's look at more Raphael the Raven pictures. Is there no like fan art of this? Surely there is. Maybe that will give us some ideas. It's all this. He's such a one-trick pony. I also like this, where he's like just on a cheese moon. What if, okay, fuck it, what if we just take the moon is made out of cheese? Surely that's gonna affect this boss fight somehow. Can you achieve gravity by slowing down the character's moving animation, like slow walk and slow jump? That's not at all what we're talking about. That doesn't help anything. Because I can just reduce the gravity. Oh, but a low gravity version of this fight could kind of work if you're actually like on the moon. Surely there's some cool things you can do with low gravity. Does Mario climb a few steps and leaves orbit? No, the Raven just shoots him up there. See, the boss fight would start by you being here, and then the Raven would just jump on here. And the second he jumps on here, basically anti-gravity activates, and you fall up. And up there is stars, and you have to dodge the stars, and then you land on the moon. That's my idea. And then on this moon, there's a boss fight. And this boss fight is Raphael the Raven just walking around the moon, and sometimes he does like a ground pound in place, and like 5 stars would go around the moon and they meet on the other side and you have to dodge them. What we could do is afterwards you have to do something and throw it at them, like maybe where the stars meet. some item spawns and then you can pick it up and throw it at him to damage him and he like walks away from you. Something like that would be my idea here. That's the closest I have to like a full boss fight in my mind right now. Yeah, after every hit you would just be falling into the stars again that you have to dodge. Can we Mario Galaxy boss? It's very similar to a Mario Galaxy boss. So there's a different duration being... Oh, that's perfect, 0 volt. Sounds great. Question is just where the stars meet after your ground pounds. What would spawn there? Just like a star bit, like in Mario Galaxy, and you throw that at them? I don't like that. A shooting star? Wait. It could just be stars like this, like going to the other side and then... Oh, but this looks like a Mario 64 star. I don't like that either. It would need a different color. It could be a star made out of cheese. I think I'm gonna note that down for now. I want the nest here. Okay, so phase 1. Huge intro cutscene like bio-like outlines. Phase 2. Wait. Installs the tower. The secret guns are insane. Nope, they're not. Ice, there's also ice in space. I think I'm fine with ice instead of cheese, but cheese would be fun. Frozen cheese? Maybe it's frozen cheese at first, but then after they meet it's like not frozen cheese and you can pick it up. Since Mario flying, you have to dodge stars until you land on the moon. L does a stomp attack which shoots 3 to 6 shooting stars. The frozen cheese ninja stars. Around the stage they meet on the other side. Pick up the ninja star and throw it at him. He's gonna walk away. If we damage him, repeat phase 2 twice. 4. Fall back onto the tower. Star spawns in the nest. I think like that. I'm thinking frozen cheese is the best, because then like we have a little visual cue that you can now pick it up, because like at first it's like frozen and then it's on the other side and it's like sparkling now. The frozen ninja stars collide, break. Now there is an unfrozen ninja star that's sparkling and ready to be picked up. This is what I am envisioning for this. Any complaints about this? Can you ride Yoshi? Not yet, but maybe later. Not difficult to add a rideable Yoshi. I've done plenty of times. Electric wheels in a Mario Odyssey dragon fight. Let me see that. That doesn't feel like a cheese ninja star. Nice Donkayo, that's good. I made a really good rideable Yoshi later. He complained, but that doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, I don't want the Hollow Moon one. I think what we have now is good. Oh, like these. Yes, yes, that's good actually. Okay, I think this works. Then we need a good looking tower and maybe like a... Do we want an exit here? I feel like an exit is kind of just making this worse. Oh, the cheese... Well, it can be a frozen cheese moon, you know? Like, that was the idea, that it's like frozen and then it breaks and now you can pick it up.
Here we go, off the rails. Don't you know it's time to raise our sails? It's freedom like you never knew. Don't need bags or a pass. Say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say my hat is off to you. Oh, we can zoom all the way to the moon from this great wide wacky world. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. It's time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. And if the dark clouds start to swirl, don't feel a shed a tear, 'cause I'll be your one-up girl. So let's all jump up super high, high up in the sky. There's no power up like dancing. You know that you're my superstar.
Well, it turns into frozen cheese at night and regular cheese at day, and then you... Sure. That reminds me of that one comment that was like, hey, you can't just like put all these small things into the hack. Everything needs to be like a big thing. Right now this feels so unimportant. I need there to be a full star out of cleaning the dirt puddle for the Koopa. This needs to be a major part of your game.
Spin the wheel.
Bruh.
Every journey starts a new romance.
Hello, Mr. Zebra.
Calling out to you. Take a turn off the path. Find a new addition to the cast. You know that any captain needs a crew. Take it in stride as you move.
I just got the beta news put back in. I don't know.
With me, grab coins with me, oh yeah.
Your timer for yeah, that too. There needs to be a timer case. This is too easy. Everything needs to be difficult. I am convinced people that need Mario 64 hacks or Mario 64 to be difficult just do not understand the point of Mario 64. The point is that you're free. It's all freedom. Like, if you want the game to be more difficult, do more risky jumps. Just go for it. I assure you, if you just do like the most difficult jumps possible in Mario 64, it's very difficult to get anywhere. Yes, I don't have many risky jumps. False, Leela. You just don't see the vision. You just have no creativity, I'm sorry. You were born without a soul. I'm sorry, I'm the one that had to tell you.
Now listen, all you boys and girls.
Unless to be designed to... Okay, I might just... I think there's no way to take extra risks here. You know what, we can even boot up vanilla Mario 64. I think this game is difficult enough if you actually take the right risks. Like, What's a good example? Let's just go into Worm's Fortress. Worm's Fortress is fun. Like right here, you can already do some shit like this. That's a risky jump, and it's fun. And it's kind of like faster than doing it the casual baby way. Or here you can do stuff like this. That wasn't even good. See, I didn't even manage to do it properly. There we go. You know, you're free in Mario 64. That's the great part, you see that? This is freedom. Yeah, vanilla Mario 64 has that, like, as its greatest strength. Then you're just free to do the things. I don't know if I'm ever gonna make a new Chaos Edition. Maybe if I'm paid to do it again, yes. If not, probably not. Maybe in a long time. If I really feel like it. Hard to say. Preview of the extended elevator song. Let's see what we got. It's very chill. I like it a lot, yeah. Perfect, then I'll be able to fade them into each other just right. Dude, we almost have 100 songs in this game now. That's crazy, isn't it? But on 61, yeah, 64 and had like how many? Probably like 40, 50, something like that. Maybe a bit more. Actually no, 64 and had like 4 levels and a boss fight, so like 40 songs for sure, and then like the star song and stuff. Are we gonna try the Daniel combiner here? Forty-ish, yeah, something like that. You actually know? Because I don't remember that. I had a funny conversation, like not even a week ago. There's a ROM speedrunning marathon going on right now, and they want background music for it. But the background music they use, they want to make sure that all of it is like actual Mario 64 conversions and not like streamed songs. And they asked me about which songs in 64 Land are actually like imported. And they had like a bunch of things where they were like, there's no way this is actually properly imported because it sounds way too good. But like almost all of it was actually just you converting them. Hello, Bad Rang. The texture looks poopy. Yeah, I'm guessing most people just don't know how to use the effects, and that's why it just looks or sounds that much better. I wonder how much longer I can call this the Daniel Combiner before Mr. Daniel Gameplay Television complains about that name. Yeah, and I imagine SAC64 even opened up that possibility. Back in the XML conversion days, we were kind of out of luck. Was one more painting armor I was supposed to be able to go into the depth? I have no idea. I don't know if there was anything unused. I never looked at the Giga League, actually, funnily. I wanted nothing to do with that. Just because I think that even just knowing about things in the Giga League can get you in trouble. It's like the cursed knowledge. You look at that and you just open Pandora's box. I'm not a fan of how this looks yet. What are we hacking on right now? We are making the boss fight for Raphael the Raven in Return to Yoshi's Island. But then the first thing we do is make a little tower, we're gonna put a bird's nest on it, and then we're doing things to it. The net velocity changes? Oh damn. A level where you try not to use any A presses? I don't remember this. Well, eventually Star Money wrote his own tool to convert the songs, and those songs turned out insane. He had all the effects. You remember my Colossal Circuits? Dude, let's listen to Colossal Circuits. This one. Yuck. Maybe I can pick one of the weird floors. Maybe this should also just be snowed over. Or at least have some snow on it. And then you just get like glimpses of the bricks below it. I think that would be the best way to do this. I'll give that a try. Let me just find the texture that would look good underneath. Like full on N64 dubstep almost. I might be using the HD version of this that he has on SoundCloud, but I'm not sure. I wonder if anyone at Nintendo heard this song and they probably thought it was really cool. This fucking slaps. It does. This is a song that was composed for one of my mods in 2016. It's been so long since this came out. Yep, 2016. I think this has potential. If we put the snow on it, I think it's gonna look fine. But check what's this for? Last Impact. Ah. Interesting. So I'm gonna put this thing here full of snow, and then hopefully the fact that the bottom repeats a lot is not gonna be visible at all anymore. Seems like only yesterday when Trump became president, it was never the same again. I wonder if the one election really changed that much, or if it's just feels like that because that was like the first election that happened while most of us were like semi-adults that knew about politics. Hello, Mars Open. Mr. Beast destroyed his reputation with one video. What did he do? I'm not up to date on this Mr. Beast video. Dude, all I know is I said on my Discord it looks like Tyson is entering his cringe era, and I was talking about Mike Tyson, and then someone said she's a girl, and they were talking about Ava Tyson. And now I'm gonna be murdered on the internet. He didn't answer. Well, so did he just upload a different video or like what? Surely he can't just ignore everything. So still a demo for Course 1 planned? Yes. I'm still thinking of doing a demo with just Course 1. Only yesterday when Trump 64 released. You know, it changed everything. Wait, actually? Oh, that's so funny. He knows better than that. Why would he do that? You should see how to remove beginning cutscene in SVC Manager. There should be a patch for that. Yeah, this song is a bit not so great, I think. Something about this is a bit shrieky, if that makes sense. See a samurai. Yeah, exactly, Don going on. That's how I feel too. I'll move on to the next one. I guess we now listen to the last Impact OST. This is another .star money banger. This snow doesn't look like snow. It looks like snow inside, but outside, no. It looks terrible. Just looks like blue goo. The beach demo? Oh, that was made by Yella. Or Jesse. I forgot what the person goes by now. The ABC trials? That was not the beta level Mario 64? Why? So but every N64 game has have them accessible through jumping in the picture frames, no noticeable loading time. No noticeable loading time. Okay, define no noticeable loading time here. That kind of looks good now. With a normal boot speed. Yeah, that should be pretty doable. I think. Wise Guy once showed like a tech where you can just swap the game on the run and then go back. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do every N64 game with that if you have like an SD card with like an EverDrive. Of course you can't fit all of them onto one cartridge. I don't like how different the bricks look. That's really terrible. Using an EverDrive? Oh, get programming then. Have fun. I export them directly to a C file, and the C file has all the data. There's no intermediary format. Maybe use the same texture. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the solution. I'm just gonna do one break and then copy them. This is otherwise gonna be impossible. Oh, this song is so good too. Man, the last impact OST is actually bangers. I don't get why the snow would be uneven. Because there's people walking around here. I don't know if I like this either. It looks stupid. Should I maybe just remove all of them? They look terrible anyway. Now it looks like it's bald, you know, like it's missing hair. I think the issue is it's like too much. I can lessen them just a little bit. That should be good. Hello, Lila. Lily. Lila. I don't know what to respond to Casey, but like, how can I belittle you more? Fuck this. Kaze. Oh, I see. Have all Easter eggs of Last Impact been discovered now? Nope. I don't know how many there are that are undiscovered, but I think there's at least 2. I know there's at least 1. I think there's at least 2. Will you ever tell us? Nope. You want my Easter eggs? And go and find them. You enjoying programming and didn't enjoy it, but I think it's important. Depends on what I'm programming. If I'm programming like an actor for a level, then no. But if I'm programming a new functionality for the engine, then yes. Kaze. Isn't it more likely you just don't know that they have been found? It's possible. But there's a few that no one's ever reported, so... This is another .star money one. But like, are they actually possible to find? One of the 2 that I'm thinking of is really difficult to find. The other one I'm thinking of, you get a pretty good hint in the game on how to find it, just no one has done it yet. And it's like difficult execution-wise. No idea, Mr. Albert Einstein. I think programming for money might not be the move anymore. If you want a safe way to earn money, learn a trade, I think. But I don't know if that's true. It just seems safer. Traits are the one thing that's gonna be really difficult to replace with AI and robots, so... Sad you can't do this in RTUI because the code is just there. Even with the code just being there, it doesn't mean everyone's gonna find all the Easter eggs, you know? But yeah, they're probably gonna find them a lot faster. Did you hear the true? A lot of programmers didn't get a job yet, and big companies have kicked them out. I was time to run right now. I need to feel the pain of AI. Well, I mean, obviously the bubble was gonna burst one day. Like, everyone that wanted money started to do programming. Have you ever seen this meme here? How do I... Let me just snip this. I want the money. All I want is money. I don't get the way you guys think. I want money. 6 figures right out of college. 200k a year entry level. I'm in this for money. I don't care about whether I'm fulfilled. I want money. Whatever gets me the most money. What do I need on my resume to get the most money? What technology gets me paid the best? All I care about in this major is money. That's why I'm college. I don't want to laugh and play with you all. I don't want to be buddy. I'm here for the money. That's how people treated programming for the longest time, and of course the bubble was gonna burst. I had it at the beginning in N64, but I undid that. I kinda like this. This is kinda nice. It's gonna be a bit weird that you're just here after the stairs, is it not? .6, why though? Why not? It's the best emulator for my hack. I am working as a game dev all the time. Is it supposed to be snow? Yes. And we're gonna have a nest here. Maybe a little bit more white. I think this is good. Any tips on programming? Just start up 2 projects? Yes, just start a new project. Sounds solid, doesn't sound like running on snow. We didn't add the footstep sounds tune yet. Let's see if there's any good nest inspiration on model resource. Doing a nest is difficult. Yeah, the amount of overdraw these would bring is pretty awful. This is probably the closest to a realistic nest we can do. Yeah, I would also say don't use Unity. After what they've pulled, you cannot trust that company. It does not snap. I think it's fine the way it is. I on purpose did it like this. At some point it did snap and it led to issues, because a lot of people play Mario 64 with a GameCube controller and the C stick instead of a C button, and with the stick it's really easy to accidentally hit up and down. So just as a way to combat that, we removed that feature. But also now that I'm used to it, I kind of like it more. Making your own engine is the biggest waste of time if you want to do like anything practical with it. If you want to make an engine to make an engine, sure, that's great. I do not have a Hori controller. I have a brawler right here. Yes, try this texture here. Who made it? I think this was also yellow. Can I make this work as an i8? I think I can. Is it a good idea? I think so. Let's give it a try. Needs to be 2 cycle, and then no up and transparent, no cutout, and then we use combined 0 0, and we lerp using texture 0 between shade and prim. Use combined here. So prim is gonna be the right. Actually, I want this the other way around. Prim, shade, shade. Something like that. Who made this? Wait, what is this one again? Giant desk? Oh, also that's dumb money. I think there's maybe not enough transparency here. Yeah. Hello Rex Wrath. I'm doing some graphics program now. Dang, modernity sucks. Why? Is split screen multiplayer planned? I'm not sure. I might do it, maybe not. It's not 100% planned. I think this whole thing is way too saturated. What the fuck? Am I doing this wrong? Did Pablo make this import? Maybe, I'm not sure. Are you trying to model a nest? Yes. Let me just invert this because something about this is weird. Oh, I had the colors inverted, that's why. Now the dark is actually the dark part. Cool, cool, cool. Kind of a nice nest, don't you think? Should rotate the middle part? I'm not sure what you mean by that. The middle part is just a single vertex, right? Very furry. that a good thing? I have a summer card, N64 US. I have the Everdrive X7, but it doesn't work. But the summer card does work, so I'm using that. Yeah, this is perfectly. There should be an egg here. And then at the end when you win, the egg just explodes and you get a star out of the egg. I think that would be really cool. So it looks like he's protecting his egg in the boss fight, and then the egg is just the star. Separated UV islands means that sometimes vertices would be duplicated when they otherwise wouldn't need to be. So there's a very minor performance hit from that. But that's only if the normals and the vertex colors and the vertex positions were already matching up anyway. On the Banjo-Kazooie hack in a long time. We are currently like 120 stars done, and we're working on the overworld and like the enemies. So it's getting pretty close. We have probably around like 30% of the enemies in there. Let me just... a Yoshi egg? Should it be a Yoshi egg or should it be a Raven egg? I was thinking a Raven egg at first, but a Yoshi egg also has a charm to it. There is an egg in the nest. The star after leaving him spawns from the egg. Oh, the Yoshi egg, because like he has captured it or something, because he's a villain. And you saved the Yoshis. On 64 FPS, because the N64 can only do 60. I know. Tragedy. But I think I'm done for today. We got the boss fight mapped out, which is very good. Next we're gonna do the moon, and then we're gonna see about the intro cutscene. And programming the moon. Oh god, programming the moon is gonna be awful. I'm gonna ask Arthur for his planetary gravity code, because he already knows what to do, I think. Either way, I will see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye.